Tell me about yourself.
I am a certified natural health professional, and I've had training in applied kinesiology, iridology, a lot of different modalities.
So
Not university degree, but from natural health
that's what I was fixing
institutes.
to ask. So a lot of these terms I'm not familiar with. So where
Hmm.
if a person was interested into getting into something like that,
Hmm.
where would they look to find information?
I went to Trinity School of Natural Health. It's out of Indiana.
Okay,
That would be a good place. Just look them up. Back when I went and did all my classes, they weren't doing them online. I had to actually go to Indiana.
I got you. So where are you from?
Bowling Green.
You're actually
Uh
Bowling
huh.
Green. So born and
I'm
raised in
a.
Bowling Green.
Well, I wasn't born here. I was born in Louisville, but when I was 6 months old, family moved back down
Gotcha.
here. So
So you're
I
Kentucky.
I'm a native.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
So just for curiosity's sake, when you were young, was this something that you thought you would be involved in?
Well, I grew up on a farm, and we had orchard, vineyard, garden, everything.
Right.
And so I grew up eating a wide variety of foods, fruits and vegetables, and everything. And my mother always gave us a multivitamin, and it was a liquid that she kept in the refrigerator. And there were three of us kids, and she would line us up, in time. And we liked it so much, or I know I did, but I think she said we would try to argue over who got to have theirs first.
That's hilarious.
And
So that's a good thing. You didn't have to fight. They didn't have to fight to get you to take the vitamins. It was
right,
something
yeah,
you liked. Could you
loved it.
tell when at a young age? Could you tell that that vitamin helped you, or did you just do it because, like, I used to take the Flintstone vitamins.
Hmm.
They tasted good. It
Right,
was like a
right.
candy. It was a
Lots of sugar.
Flintstones,
Yeah,
right? So
right,
I enjoyed that,
right.
but as a kid, I didn't notice when I ate what is that? They say eating clean and
Uh
eating
huh.
unclean. I didn't notice any of that when I was young.
Hmm.
But could you tell any difference?
Not when I was that young,
Okay,
no. But
honestly,
it just put that in me that I needed a good supplement, that I needed to make sure I was getting all my nourishment.
right.
My mom instilled that in me.
Well, that's cool. So just a little insight here. So you see, we're in a different location than the mattress center today. We're going to do some of these interviews on site. So
Mm.
this is your actual shop. We're in a back kind of office here. It's kind of cool and cozy. Um, what is the address here so people will know how to find
715 US 31W bypass.
you? Okay, we'll put that on the screen. Maybe we can put that right underneath my hand there where it looks cool. So you can also find her on askforlocal.org, where we have multiple businesses. All of our businesses from the Big Local Club
Hmm.
are on there.
Right.
It's a way to bring Bowling Green together and help each other find different products. And so things like today, I didn't realize it looks like a pharmacy when you walk in here, and that's the cool part because it's not. It's definitely legitimate. It's all of these things like you had mentioned that back in biblical times they gave Jesus franks and herbs,
Frankincense and
frankincense
myrrh
and myrrh. When
that they
I've
brought to
heard that
Jesus.
in
Yeah.
Bible studies, but I didn't know what that
Right.
was. I thought it was like jasmine.
That was the healing medicine of the day, in Jesus' time, and very precious and very valuable. And that's why it was frankincense and gold and myrrh. It was the three of them were all very precious
I
because
almost remember in
frankincense is
history classes.
anti-inflammatory
Really,
and myrrh is a germ killer.
I did not know that. Those
Hmm.
terms are familiar to me. Like I said, I remember in history classes hearing that when the trade routes were being formed in the United States and things like that, and some of those items were being traded with, I think, Indians possibly.
Hmm.
Uh, that's really cool. Um, so off subject, do you like what you got hobbies? You like sports? You play guitar? You play rugby on your side in your spare
I
time?
like to sing worship music with my church and with myself.
Hey, that's awesome.
And I don't have much time for gardening anymore, but I used to do a lot of gardening. Right now, I just am growing a few herbs, and I have a fig tree and some horseradish, and it's growing just a few little things in containers because that's all I have time for.
That's cool.
Uh,
I do, and this isn't about me, but it's fun to talk about these things. We got into gardening a few years ago, and I had a small little garden. It was amazing to watch the things grow, and then we
Mhm.
ate them straight from the garden, froze green peppers, and I had them. But time just, I just don't have the time anymore.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um,
It takes time.
it does, and
Mhm.
you have to take care of it. But it's awesome to see something grow from seed to eat
Yeah, it
to
is.
nourish your body. You know,
Right.
it's really
It
cool.
is.
So
Oh, one
business,
other thing to
huh?
answer that last question.
Okay,
I'm a big Lady Toppers basketball fan.
okay. So go
Season
toppers,
tickets
go
for years
toppers.
and years. Got a game coming up soon.
That's awesome. That is cool. I love that. My son has got me into watching sports, so
Uh-huh.
it's one of those things that I all my friends were sports fanatics. I wasn't, and now my son just he just is. It's in his blood.
Yeah.
So it's not it's not something that you it's a genetic thing. You know, it's one of those things that it's who you are. And my
Yeah.
grandmother liked watching baseball.
Uh-huh.
It bores me to death, but my grandmother
Uh-huh.
was just a fan. Business talk. So when did you open this location?
In October of 2003.
Okay. And did you have another location prior to this? Did you do this out of
No.
you went full in and
Yes. Now I worked at a couple of businesses in Nashville that prepared me for this.
there you go.
But this was my first business of my own. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's one thing I want to put that out there for anyone who's watching this who is on the edge of starting a new business. Uh, I did the same thing. I pretty much I feel like I'm a scientist, so I said yes to every business opportunity throughout my entire life and career so that I could get training. I was training on their dollars when I drove 2 hours to H.H. Gregg and I made decisions about, and I was a manager there. I was doing it on their dollar. If I lost us $1 million, it wasn't mine. I didn't. I actually we did pretty well with it, but getting the experience in the field prior to getting out on your own is a good thing. If you just have a dream and you want to just go jump into it and you have no idea, you'll learn. You'll figure it. Fake it till you make it.
Right.
But it's really awesome to get to see the real insides and outs
Hmm.
with companies and deliveries and appliances. I definitely know that I don't want to deal with that now.
Hmm.
Um,
I did a little bit of learning on somebody else's dime.
exactly.
One of the jobs I had in Nashville was I worked with a doctor,
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Russell Hunt, and he used a lot of natural stuff in his practice. And he sent me to Utah to learn how to do bioenergetic testing,
That's
which is
awesome.
another thing that well, basically, I'm not doing much bioenergetic testing anymore because I don't have time. I've run out of time, but it is something that I did for years and know how to do. And that's a test where you match up each person with the right uh, supplements, based on their individual needs. And
Really?
yeah.
Okay. And then it's one of those things too, you know, you say yes to every opportunity for education.
Yeah,
There's
right.
never something that we could learn that is not going to benefit us in some way, even if it's that was a waste of time. And it may
Yeah.
be a waste of time. It could be a waste of time to you, but not to
Mhm.
someone else. So if you hear someone else's story and you'll kind of have that light bulb go off and say, hey, this wasn't for me, but do you know that they offer this? And so
Mhm.
it's cool to help. So when you started your business here in Bowling Green, were there obstacles as far as what was your biggest obstacle? I know my biggest obstacles in starting my food truck and my businesses. What were your biggest learning opportunities? Is a better way to say that when you first started. Something
Mhm.
that we could share with new individuals who maybe don't have a brick and mortar yet. They haven't gotten out there and taken that risk of. You hear the door dinging. That's your customers coming in and out, correct? So we're in the actual location. This is live people coming in and out of the door. So that's the biggest fear. But what was your biggest fear and obstacle when you first started?
Well, I didn't have any fear
Aha! All right, love it. No fear.
because prayer is what got me where I am.
That's
So
that is awesome.
when I
I
lived in
love that.
when I lived in Nashville, my parents were getting older. They were here in Bowling Green, and I wanted to be able to come back and open a health food store. And I had a dream about doing that. And I prayed and I asked God to bring me some financial backing of somehow or another, be able to help me make it happen because my parents were farmers. They didn't have a bunch of money, and I didn't have any money, just well, not much,
Yeah.
not enough really. And I prayed that prayer, and immediately I got the job at Dr. Hunt's office, so that got training, learning. And about 4 years after that prayer, I got a phone call out of the blue saying, uh, this is Jenny from Nutrition Center in Danville, Kentucky, and my partner and we're looking for somebody to partner with us in Bowling Green because we
Wow.
see a need there.
And so,
And yeah, a salesperson had told them that I knew and they knew had told them about me.
yeah.
And so Mr. Ward Carrill, who was a philanthropist from Somerset, Kentucky, was the main financial backer in the beginning. And so there were three of us that were in partnership. And then Jenny got too busy with other things in Danville. I think she's on city council there now. And we bought her out. And then a few years ago, I bought out Mr. Krill. So, but I never had any fear. I was ready to go.
That is awesome. I love that answer. And it goes to something that I've always said as far as posturing yourself, position yourself to be ready for when that next door or that next opportunity opens.
Mm-hmm.
Having no fear is something that would be amazing for people to have. Not everybody has that. Having the faith, that's amazing. I'm really glad that
Mm-hmm.
you shared that with us. Uh, that I could go on and on about that, but then people would kind of fall asleep. In
So could I.
Passion, having a passion about what you're doing too is really important.
Mm-hmm.
If
Yes.
if you're not passionate about it, and when someone brings it up and asks you what do you do, and you say, "Well, I dig ditches," or I lay concrete," or you should have a passion about it. There should be
Mm-hmm.
something to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, in ending, as far as what can people, the public, do to help you succeed?
Buy local, shop local.
You're not the first person to say that. I say it
I
too.
mean, you're just making the richest guy in the world richer buying everything at Amazon. Support your local businesses. We need it. We're not going to be able to stay here without it.
Yes,
Even businesses much bigger than mine have gone out of business because people have stopped buying local.
that's
And I
amazing.
know people got in the habit of it during COVID. You weren't allowed to go anywhere. You had to sit at home and order stuff. But if you want to have a local business where you can run in and get what you need, or a business like ours where you have an experienced person to help you and not somebody that just got a little thing on TikTok, somebody that knows what they're doing, that has the proper reference books that were researched,
Right.
that's what we have here.
That's
And
awesome.
small businesses, that's why they do it. I mean, every small business owner is doing it because they love it.
That's great.
They've
And
got
if
a
someone has
passion
an
for it.
issue, they can come in and talk to you and not
Absolutely.
sit on hold or talk to someone who is being paid a commission to just give them information that's not really helpful.
Right.
You wouldn't sell someone something they didn't need.
No, we're here to help you find the right thing.
Yeah.
That's
Well, that's
it. So
awesome.
you're not blindly stabbing in the dark and, oh, I heard one thing that said this might be good. And, that person may or may not know what they're talking about.
Okay.
And, we research the products that we bring in. We make sure the ingredients are good and clean. We really, really care about what we're doing. And we just want to serve people.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that if you want to have experience like this, if you'd like to come check her out, this is Katie Jennings, and this is the Nutrition Center, and we're at what was the address again?
715 31W bypass.
There we go. All right. Well, thank you all for joining in. Thank you for allowing me to talk to you today.
Thanks for coming.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Love the tie dye.
Awesome. Hey, I do too.